Hello, everybody, and this is not a DFM actually. This is a DFM intro to season 2. So me and Owl, technically I'm, the owner and the co-owner. We're probably gonna have a third owner.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I don't
may
know
we
what
may
that.
go with that.
We
Also
may go with that.
before we actually start talking about what's gonna be going on for like the rest of the season, let's roll the intro. So
Yeah, let's just roll the intro.
roll the intro.
One. Instead of, just being like a podcast.
Yeah, it's not gonna be much of a podcast.
It's gonna actually, have other things like games, Among Us, other stuff like that.
I
didn't mean to say that. We
also
can do Mafia.
well actually
We're also gonna start doing a lot more, creative things.
Yeah, I also might be streaming the Among Us gameplay along with when we record the DFM. So if you wanted to watch the Among Us side of the DFM episode, you can. It will be on my channel.
So yeah, as this is going to go, season 2 is going to be a whole new train ride for both me and Owl.
It might be a train wreck like season 1 was.
It probably could be like a train wreck like season 1, but what we're trying to aim for is a lot more versatile content instead of just being, the same old format. We're going for a different format here, which is, games, tournaments, stuff like that. And we're gonna probably do a lot more. We're gonna do streams, but we're gonna do different streams. We're gonna do like Five Nights at Freddy's streams for the Security Breach, because Security Breach was recently released. So we have
that explains the episode. That explains the intro of last night's episode when y'all are seeing this, the 23rd or 24th, whatever.
This episode is going to be posted probably today, and when this video is posted, we're also made another video. So we made DFM season 2 episode 3, right? Yeah.
This is I think this is technically episode 3.
Season 3, but it's like a short. This is an intro. This intro is very late, since we already have 2 episodes of season 2.
Yeah, so this is technically episode 3. Technically.
Yeah, this is technically episode 3, but it's like episode 3 short.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for season 2. Season 3, we haven't really thought about that, since season 2 is probably going to be like 30 episodes long.
Maybe it might be 50. It might be like 50, maybe like 25.
Yeah, but so
we're gonna be going up by 5 this season, probably.
So we're gonna just give a little context to how episode 3 went. Episode 3 is a very long video. We don't expect many people to watch the whole thing.
Actually, no, it was episode 2.
Episode 2 is a very long video. These videos are quite long. Many people don't really watch the end. We kind of get that.
Yeah,
and the thing is, the DFM format is that we don't edit the videos. We keep everything in the video.
Yeah, so if I'm gonna keep the way I've been doing with like episode 2, DFM, yeah, it's probably gonna be like episode 2.
Yeah, we're gonna keep DFM the same. We're just gonna have more versatile content instead of just having recording just a Discord screen, memes, other stuff like that. Instead of doing just that format, we're doing other stuff like Minecraft, modded Minecraft.
I'm hoping I'm hoping my laptop can handle this, because yeah.
We're just hoping that maybe versatile content will be better, since season 1 did pretty well as by itself, but we kind of want to do, it gets boring after a while coming up with stuff on the spot.
Yes.
Because it's just 2 of us plus every other member, the members of DFM don't really come up with the ideas. More so, just me and Owl have a list of ideas. We like to add on to them, and some of them we haven't done due to time and scheduling. Because scheduling and time is definitely something that hasn't been the greatest with DFM. Especially with season 2, since season 2 has been very short. The content's just rolling out slowly. But then once summertime rolls around, season 2 will just be blasting off.
Yeah, and we may even be to season 3 by then.
The summertime is when DFM just blasts off.
Yes, it does.
The reason being that DFM season 2 has been slow so far is because we started season 2 at probably the worst possible time for some of us. since most of us were at school at the time we posted season 2, and we started doing season 2. The only time we really did season 2 was like weekends and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to.
DFM has been slowed a lot,
which is honestly sad.
It's bad. It's bad for us. It's bad for us as a creator. Owl is a separate creator for me, but we work together on this. This is collab stuff, and honestly, we enjoy it. We enjoy it.
Very, very much so.
That's bad. It's not a bad thing. But me and him enjoy making this content, and we do it because it's great.
Yes, it is. It's honestly a lot of fun recording. Oh, there's like corn. Wow.
Oh, Corn's giving me a dare. I already did my dare. All right.
Yeah, you can kind of see the results of
Yeah, you can kind of see what happened in
Go back and watch it because it might be 2.5 hours long, but it's a worthy 2.5 hours. It was fun.
Yeah, it does. It does get boring. It does get. It does get quite slow at around like maybe the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, I mean, there were several episodes in season 1, like the Truth or Dare, that went over an hour, and that was still fun.
Yeah, and we're also going to make a video of us. We're also going to make a video of explaining all the members, because we've had a lot of members. We had some members leave, too. So we want to also explain that. The members we have is currently Raki, Bingus, me, Owl, obviously. We have Toast, who is another person. We have a few other people. We have like
Blur occasionally. Blur is an occasional member, but...
Yeah, we also had Remark, but Remark sadly has not been on Discord lately, and also had probably left DFM. He's been part of DFM. He's done...
I wonder, has he been a lot busier? Because I know his PC's, broken.
Yeah, his PC hasn't been working lately, so we have a lot less members. But to be honest, the only qualities we need for DFM is really just someone who can come up with anything, who is creative. A creative person, well-rounded person, a person who can just come up with anything on the spot. That'd be helpful if we could have more DFMs where we have more people instead of the same old roster.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really mind. But we would prefer if we had a little more people with us to help us with DFM.
Yeah, and DFM will never be in a separate VC. It will never be locked behind any role. It'll always be in a lounge or whatever. That way people... Because we're encouraging people to join us to do that.
Yeah, but they don't have to be a specific member, like a permanent member that will always be in there, like me and Owl, since me and Owl are, the main characters of this series. And without either me or Owl, whenever neither of us is available, we don't do DFM.
Yeah, essentially, because it wouldn't be the same.
It doesn't matter, because essentially it doesn't feel the same without someone to add context to certain things. And I'm that person who adds context to certain things. That's kind of the main reason DFM sort of popped off. In a sense.
And also the season 1 story at the very end on episode 20, that wasn't a very good story, really. I just don't think story really has a place in DFM, lore.
Not yet at least.
Not yet, but we just haven't found out how to do it.
Maybe we can make it a separate series or something like that. That would be a nice thing to do, a separate series where we do certain things that, other things wouldn't do. And sure, DFM is Discord related, but we're probably going to change in season, maybe season 4 or 5. Depends on what we do.
It depends if we even get there, first of all.
Yeah, but maybe we might do a different series. Maybe we might start a new series where we do, real life content, and
it will still be related to. It will still be related to DFM. It just won't be on Discord. Yeah, in a sense, it'll still have the spirit in it, the newer.
It still have the spirit.
Yeah,
And
it
we
will
have
it
a
will always have the spirit just like the new like the old episodes of SpongeBob with the new ones. It'll always
yeah.
have
Essentially,
yeah.
you can reference it like that. And DFM is not going to slow down. It's just a little slower than usual. It's just going to be a lot slower. And that's not a bad thing, not necessarily. It's just that we have been busy with our own lives as a,
Lives get in the way of almost everything.
yeah. And
It's also just... Also, whenever like we beat Security Breach, whenever he beats Security Breach mainly, we're likely gonna be doing some stuff
yeah, we're
related
definitely
to.
going to be doing a memes around Security Breach. The
Yes, because
reason why we
I've
have not
seen a
done Security
lot
Breach
of
memes
I've seen a lot
is
of them
because some
already.
of us haven't even played the game due to the fact that it's like $40. And
I
some of us really
have
don't
it
have the
on
money for that.
PlayStation. I haven't gotten very far in it, but yeah. So yeah.
And the thing is, yeah, that's how DFM has been, and we're trying to keep the same format, but spice it up a little instead of doing rebranding. So essentially, yeah, essentially DFM has just been something that we've loved to create. It's a really fun. It's fun to do. DFM's fun to do.
It is when you have the right
And
people.
honestly, sometimes it is difficult to make DFM because we do get really tired and stressed out after this. Not like stressed out in a bad way, but stressed out in like a tired manner. We always get tired after recording DFMs. And to
Yeah,
be
even
honest,
if
that's
it's
completely fair since DFMs are long and take a while.
it do take a while, and especially with my horrible Mac, which I'm trying to get a new Windows of some sort. Maybe it will be better content, but yeah. I'm hoping Windows can have. I hope Windows has an editor like iMovie because iMovie is what I've used to create this series, and
Yeah. So our series has been based around essentially just that. And if we have to switch to OBS as the only...
it would be fair if we had to switch to OBS. I mean, I use like quit. I used to use
The thing
this.
is...
I used to.
Yeah, go on.
I used
So,
to
the
have to
thing
use
is-
this program called Dia Recorder. It wasn't the best, but it did serve well. But now I have this thing called QuickTime Player that was included with Mac that can record up to 4K. So this can essentially all be 1080p, pretty much. I'm trying to stick with the same quality every episode, even if it would bog down my laptop like bad. Even if it would bog,
the
make
problem is
it lag.
And the real problem is since Owl has a Mac, and the thing he uses is only for Macs. That's essentially the downside.
Yeah. And there's no real way to upgrade a Mac to be like a Windows unless you got. But, yeah.
And that's the real problem. Once that happens, essentially DFM changes. Once that happens, pretty much Discord doesn't feel the same again. Because people have always remembered Discord as,
Like,
DFM has been always just the same format.
It's been the same format, but different people every episode. There's not constant members. There's some that join and leave, some that will not come back to the series likely. There's some that will stick around, like permanent members.
Like me and Owl.
Yeah.
Because me and Owl, this DFM has been a spark for us.
Very much, yes.
And we like DFM a lot. It's essentially something that me and Owl that Owl decided to unbury from the ground and just remake it. Take something that's old and just remake it.
And honestly,
I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah, and honestly, how they've been resurrecting TV shows from the ground, like Animaniacs and everything like that, I think it was a good idea to hop on a series I haven't seen in a while, that I even forgot about for a while until I saw it recently. And how I met back up with this person from the original DFM will always be a story in of its own that could satisfy a whole DFM on the history of the relationship between me and Racky. Could be a whole DFM idea, even a whole episode, even retelling that story.
Yeah, we could also do one between me and Owl as friends, because the way we met was honestly, we met through another friend of mine, and his name, we'll call him Nuxtu. That's what his Discord name is. We met him through Nuxtu.
That was like back in January, which is almost, it's almost
a year ago.
January.
Almost a year ago, we have met, and we have been friends for that long. We're very close as friends, we'll admit.
Yes.
And since I was added onto DFM for the first time, I was actually happy to be part of DFM. The first episode wasn't, the greatest, and, I was pretty enthusiastic at the time. But, that enthusiasm sort of died out in a way, but it gave birth to something way more better. It gave passion to DFM, in a sense. And honestly, doing that was it wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing.
Yeah.
And, once we started doing that, everything changed. Paths started opening up for us. Doors started opening up for us. So once the doors started opening, we started expanding DFM. We started adding more members, getting more people to join, and
And that era was honestly fun.
It was, and DFM was very fun when we first started the series. The series hasn't taken much of a change, actually. It's still
it hasn't. We're still enthusiastic to record it.
Yeah, we're still enthusiastic. We're still very passionate about making DFM content. But ever since the DFM content started slowing down, it kind of started dying a little.
And especially with the server changes as well, like
the changes to DFM have, brought in a few new people, but at the same time, it's driven away ever since season 2 started. Season 2 was really slow, and season 1 wasn't even that long either.
It wasn't, but I think it was a good first season. Still.
Yeah. Season 1 didn't last as long as it is going to last, probably with season 2. But it had its course, and me and Owl thought, since DFM was the same format, and a lot of people don't say this, but as YouTubers, as, friends in the same thing, working on the same project and, everything like that, it gets boring after a while doing the same thing. It loses its flair, loses its fire, and becomes boring and sad. Because me and Owl, we don't do things that we don't like.
Exactly.
And doing the content that we like is what we do best. We don't
Agreed.
we don't do content that's necessarily supposed to satisfy or make, the creators, or the viewers happy. We do something that makes, that has passion that people will enjoy. Not the same old format. And season 1 was exactly like that.
And
That was whole
Yeah.
season 1. It was the same format. It satisfied people. We had different scenarios. We tried to come up with different things to do within season 1. It was pretty good. We're not gonna lie.
And especially, like, you can tell I have passion for this series. And I want to keep all the episodes HD at the best. Like, it may not be 4K, but it'll still be HD, like, every episode. So you know you're going to get the same quality.
The problem now is that now the content is starting to slow down. And the reason being is because Owl's content has so far just fallen down.
True.
And it's not because of DFM, essentially.
No, like, it's mainly because
the
of
main
life.
reason is because of his PC. And we both know this, and we're both, worried that at some point, Owl's PC is going to break from one of the videos.
That's what I don't hope
And
for.
once that happens, then the content just dies out.
Like, it won't
also,
die.
You hit 505 subscribers, by the way, on YouTube. You hit your mark.
Yeah, the 500 mark for this year.
Next mark is 1,000.
Yeah.
Or 600.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it 100 at a time.
But the problem and the situation currently with DFM is still gonna be the same. The problem is the content's starting to get a little more longer, and Owl's PC will not be able to handle it or process it.
Yeah.
And the problem is, he could send it over to me, but the problem is the file size itself.
I mean, you have things like Google Drive for that too. You do?
Yeah, they do. But the thing is, the problem with that is that when we compress the file, I don't have access to Owl's channel because it's his, not mine. So I wouldn't have access to something that is his. But if we have to start doing a format where he's gonna have to send me the video and he has it all edited and everything like that, then yeah, maybe, because my PC would be able to handle it.
Yeah, your PC would be able to handle uploading it.
But the problem is, since Owl has a Mac, it's harder for him to just upload stuff.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where DFM might have to take a break. But
and honestly, we did have a
trying to do that.
We already did have a hiatus because of like school and stuff like that. Like I think it was like a 2-week break.
Back in season 1. We had a season 1 hiatus, and we didn't want to take another hiatus because that did hurt the channel a bit.
I mean, I still have content to put out, and like now I can like maybe that I have like a PS4, I can like stream a lot more and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like the main reason most people has come to Owl's channel is because of DFM. And I feel like DFM is the most entertaining since Owl is a Nightcore remixer or something like that.
Yeah, it's
he has
that
his own
kind
music,
of stuff.
and I think,
it's kind of like a variety.
It's a good thing.
Right now.
And me only being 14 and Owl being 15, we would, if it was possible, if reality worked in a way that anything could come true, me and Owl would probably be living together, vibing, stuff like that.
Likely.
As roommates. But that's not really possible. Not
right
until
now.
One of us.
Right now, currently, but it will be in the future, I'm sure.
It will be possible in the future, and that's where, the DFM, that's where DFM starts going higher. in DFM, once probably that happens, DFM will be a lot more different since, we'll be doing things IRL. We'll have better ways of, recording content. And
Yeah, and
things will
especially if you have a
be
lot of
more okay.
members of a team and a household, like you can get
Yeah,
people to handle
that's
different
our
aspects
goal.
of.
Our goal is to essentially get, once we have, once we're out of school, once, we're 21 or 18, maybe, depends on when we finish out of school. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the thing is, once that happens, essentially, the whole world changes for us. DFM becomes a lot more different, it becomes a lot more, in real life content. And honestly, I think that'd be pretty fun.
I do think so too.
I think once that happens, it'll be a lot more better. DFM will skyrocket probably.
It will.
It's gonna be
not like hourly episodes, no, like daily episodes probably.
yeah, it's not gonna be like, we're gonna post an episode 1 month and then like 4 months later post another. It's not gonna be like that.
No, it's
gonna
not.
be, weekly episodes.
We're gonna try
maybe
and stick with that with season 2, especially like weekly.
Season 2 weekly because
maybe even
COVID,
like a couple of days per
maybe,
episode.
like a few days apart from each other, but since COVID has gotten worse, school is now back virtual again.
My school hasn't gone virtual. Like it's
but
not.
For me, they have. So, it's not that bad. But the problem is once we start getting back into school, like back in January 3rd, content starts slowing down again, and that is Owl's and mine's greatest fear that DFM one day just dies out.
Yeah,
and then we'll have to do a rebranding, like change the name or revive it again. With more people, better audio quality and stuff like that. Just better everything.
Yeah.
And we're not too fond of that idea. It's a good idea, but neither of us really like it that much. We're not really happy with it. Since,
and it may be that I get like a desktop or like an iMac of some sort. That's not really like Windows, but it's still kind of Mac, but it's like way better.
Yeah, if that existed, which it currently doesn't, but maybe in the future it will, then just possibly DFM gets better in season 3, 4, or 5, if we even make it that far.
I hope we do.
If it dies out season 2, then we come up with a new series and we start off from there again, from scratch. Start off from episode 1, season 1, and we move on from there.
I mean,
and
we have.
To be honest, we like the community we have. The friends we have that join us on these videos, because they put their time and the things that they're doing into this series. And I'm not really trying to say that the series is underrated or something, but I think the series is quite fun to make and do. The real problems we have is just high school and uploading the videos when a new video is supposed to be released that same day.
Yeah, and
that
especially
is the only
like
problems we really have.
Yeah.
So, what we like is that we can talk about it, and we have people who can support us about it. And that's how DFM is. It's been, we've built this small community, but, it's small, but it's something. And as content starts to get better and better, it starts to expand and get bigger. You get a much more stronger community and a lot more supportive of community.
I'm hoping that
YouTube. We like to see a supportive community, and that's what me and Owl are aiming for.
With DFM, like especially if this place, if my palace becomes big and people start wanting to join in DFM, I think that might be a fun time.
Yeah, and it'd be fun. It'd be fun to have more people, especially from the YouTube channel, come into DFM. They could be part of it, and we're kind of just looking for more people to add into the DFM for versatility and
And maybe one day some of the old members will return, like Raymark. maybe, I don't know. Maybe even a couple
But-
of the original series members besides Korn.
Yeah, so we might actually bring back some of the originals from season 1.
It just
maybe some of the
depends
originals
if we
from
can get them in here or
original
not.
DFM.
Because
The
I
real
haven't.
thing we have is just trying to get the videos out on time is our main focus and main goal. But that's within Discord. But outside of that, all of us have different goals and plans for our lives. So we're just hoping that we can get DFM sorted out, and that's what season 2 is gonna be looking like. A lot more content, different.
Hopefully better timing between episodes, and hopefully maybe a longer season than season 1, because season 1 was genuinely fun, and especially for this age of reboots. I think it's honestly great that certain shows are getting rebooted. I mean, like SpongeBob been going on for since 1999, and I still think it's a good show. Even if it's not as popular as it was back in 1999 during its original 3 seasons, I think it's still fun. I've been watching through the series slowly on Paramount Plus. It's still a good show, even if the quality has sometimes gone down. Like, it may be that the FM's quality maybe goes down some days. Maybe some days it's good. Like, we're not short of ideas. It's just the time that we do the ideas. It's just the timing that we do the ideas is what really needs to change. And change is sort of scary thing. And sometimes it can be scary changing. It can be scary moving. It can be scary changing schools, going into a new grade, everything like that. As long as you have the people beside you to do that, it's fun.
Okay, sorry, I had to go do something for mine. So yeah, our main goal for DFM season 2 is to have more versatile content. Much more creative content, much more creative format, and keep some of the old elements of DFM, and that is the only element of DFM and the main element of DFM. That's always been something that's been going to be running for like probably every season we have, if we do make it farther than we thought, is going to be not to cut out any of the content. So yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Recording a video right now.
We're close to being done. Fully.
Well, that's going to be DFM, and yeah, we'll see you
In episode
week.
4.
Yeah. Okay, you stopped recording, right?
Yeah.